talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Brat, the very first champion off Grand Champion Mayday, the Dog of the Year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, 2-time Best in Show and 2-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion Elrod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Brat, the very first champion off Grand Champion Mayday, the Dog of the Year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, 2-time Best in Show and 2-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion Elrod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Brat, the very first champion off Grand Champion Mayday, the Dog of the Year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, 2-time Best in Show and 2-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion Elrod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Brat, the very first champion off Grand Champion Mayday, the Dog of the Year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, 2-time Best in Show and 2-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion Elrod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Brat, the very first champion off Grand Champion Mayday, the Dog of the Year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, 2-time Best in Show and 2-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion Elrod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels,
C rules, my dad. PGA 412. What's up, fellas? Mr. Brown, Mr. Ron King, Vinny, my boy Mike Lee. What's up, fellas? What's up? What up, fellas? What up? What up? Gonna be an interesting show tonight, man. We're gonna be working on that eye test. We finna work on that eye test. They say seeing is believing. We gon' find out. James Jones, what's happening, fam? Coming into the house. Coming into the house, the man of the hour. Mr. Eye Test Man himself. Yeah, what's up, fellas? Twin 2 in the house. Y'all feed them dogs already? Y'all give them some fresh water? Y'all check them collars. What about them chains? Y'all clean up all that shit? Then today, it's gonna be a good day. Sir, what's up, fellas? Welcome to another Tuesday, Talk Shit Tuesday. What's up, what's up, what's up? What's up, fellas? Welcome to the show. Don't forget to hit them likes. Are we going? Hey, fellas, can y'all hear me now? Check your phones. Make sure I'm on. Yes, sir. Show me some love, fellas. If you can hear me real good, throw a thumbs up, please, before we get started. I can start acting retarded. Wait, what's up, Puck to the Bully? Yes, sir. They can hear me. Thumbs up. Thank you, fellas. Get the thing on. Today we're going to be talking about my eye. That's right, my eye. My eye that made a lot of decisions based on what I seen when it comes to calling, when it comes to shows, particular dogs that I had a chance to experience during my day in the game. That eye. That makes a lot of decisions for me based on what I've seen. Not too much on what I hear, but a lot on based on what I've seen. Some good, some bad. Just based on how I register what I've seen. Okay? So let's talk about some of those things. One of the things we want to start off with is a lot of you guys is trying to build these yards and pick and choose on how you want to breed. A lot of you guys are going by not by eyesight. And if you're using eyesight, it's based a lot on probably what you didn't see, on something you read, or most of the time something you heard. But nothing really clear on what you're seeing for yourself. And that's where a lot of you guys, especially you young guys, are making a lot of mistakes. Y'all coming into the game, some of you just fresh right off the bus. And you're so eager to go play that you forget about what's more important, the seeing or the hearing. You know, the seeing or the hearing. A lot of you guys act on hearing. Not a lot on what you see. I mean, you new guys in the new days now are based on a lot of hearsay. I mean, the biggest problem with your hearsay is you start doing things that you hear, even when it comes down to like somebody taking my advice. Okay, you hear what I tell y'all. Okay, I even put illustrations out there sometimes so y'all can see what I'm telling you. Okay, now, most of the time, a lot of you guys, I get messages coming back at me where you heard me, but you didn't take time to look at what I was saying. Okay? And that's where all the mistakes come in at. Because I can sit there and say a lot of stuff, guys, but a lot of you guys, y'all hear me, but you don't see me. All right? And what that means is, a lot of things that I say, you should be able to go back in through the videos and see a lot of the stuff that was said. Now, even though you're hearing it, you're definitely seeing it for dang sure, because you're looking down there in my face when I'm trying to tell y'all shit. Okay? And a lot of stuff that I tell you is based on things that I seen for myself. Not a lot of hearsay. And things that when I do something, I gotta see what I'm doing. So I'm clearly looking at what I'm doing. So if I tell you something that I've done, it's clear that I've seen what I've done because I had to do it. Okay? So when I tell y'all something, it's based on what I've seen. Okay? And if it's something that I've seen, it's most likely something that I've done. Whether it be a decision or something that I tried that I heard, and seeing for myself that it worked. Get my point, fellas? I have to be able to take what somebody tell me and see for myself if it's going to work for me. Not hear for myself. I said see for myself. All right? A lot of this information y'all gathering in, so much hearing going on, they're not even paying attention to the sight part of this. Because what? Tell me something. If I was your doctor, yeah, I never went to medical school and came into your room and told you, well, you're sick, and based on what I heard, this is what I can do. Remember what I said? I said, I'm a doctor coming in your room, and I'm telling you, based on what I heard, this is what I can do for you. Would y'all let me touch you? Would you literally let me try to fix you? Because this is the dilemma that we deal with in these dogs. Y'all have so much information coming at you that y'all didn't stop paying attention to the seeing, and now y'all just running on hearing. Everything is all based on what you're doing with your hearing. Well, I heard, but then I heard. Then they told me to do this, because they heard. When you ask them, did you try it? Based on what you heard, but did you try it before you try some shit on me? Or you want me to try some shit, did you try it? That's the question. A lot of you guys don't care if they try. It just sounds good coming in your ear. Okay? This is what I mean by paying attention to who you're listening to in the messenger. Not knocking the people out there with their podcasts and all those things, but I'm just telling you what I see in this game based on what I see for myself when it comes to a lot of these podcasts and a lot of you listeners and watchers. You guys got to get back to the eye part, the knowledge of the eye. The eye plays a big part in everything you do. Stop listening to so much bullshit. Hate to say it that way, because how you gonna jump in a pile of shit and get the right shit out of it? Because that's a lot of what you're hearing. It's a lot of bullshit. And you have to go in there and pull in that bullshit, your hands, and snatch out with your eyes, not with your ears. Now you gotta go in there and look for the bullshit that's gonna work for you. Based on, really, this whole pile of shit is based on what you heard. Now you got to go in this shit and pull out some shit that you can use, that you can literally see for yourself, because ain't nobody else told you that, because most of the stuff you heard. You didn't get clear clarification that prior to this person telling you, did they ever try it? Okay? He's like the doctor walked in the room and wants to put his hands on you and treat you based on some shit that he heard. Nothing he's never done. He's never done it. He's only heard about it. Okay? What good is that to you, gentlemen? This is a point that I have to make to you guys. This is Talk Shit Tuesday. I need to hear some of you guys speak up. Because what good is doing all this listening to a lot of stuff if your eyes can't get a fix on what's best for you? Your eyes, not your ears. Your eyes. When you calling the dog, you calling your own shit. You standing there. And everybody else in the room screaming, leave him there, man, leave him there. Don't, let him go, let him go. What are you standing there doing? Are you listening to the crowd? Or are you looking at your animal? How many of you guys would turn around and listen before you look? How many guys get caught up in the listening and forget about the look? Situations you get in all the time. Decision making right now. What is the decision going to be based on? Am I going to go ahead and pick him up? Because that's what your eyes are telling you? Or are you going to listen to them and leave him there? A lot of decisions are made like that in this game all the time. All the time. How you need to feed your dog. How you need to tie your dog up. How you need to worm your dog. How you need to take care of your dog. You hear all this shit. But the problem is, with all this shit, what have you seen? Big question. You go to breed your dog. How do y'all breed? Huh? You can go there and scan all through pads online. You might know a friend around the corner from you. You got some friend that got some good stuff, and y'all going over there, and then they tell you this big old story about this dog. And all of a sudden, it's nothing you seen on pads online, nothing you really know, but the next thing you know, you're ready to breed to the dog. I saw him, though. I saw him. Yes, you did. I have one question. Why are you going to breed to the dog? Based on what they heard, what you heard? Or based on what you see? Let me see the dog's pedigree. Can I see his pedigree? Is he a champion? Oh, he is? Then who did he beat? Oh, yeah? What's the dog's name again? Okay. How's pedigree look? All black, you blue, red. Right? But the story sounded so good that when you looked at him, most of the things that you're looking at is based on what you heard. Based on what you heard. Take a guy around the corner, sit right there and tell you, man, this is a world beater. Dog bred so good, he right off a barracuda. Big goofy ass dog. He is gonna be the bomb. He is the bomb. You go over there and see this big old stock, pretty ass dog, all muscled up, looking like one of Barracuda's puppies. The next thing I know, you got your bitch being backed up to this damn dog. So why did you breed to him? Based on what you heard or what you seen? Twin, he was so big and buff. He was, woo! I'm trying to tell you, man, the motherfucker look like he'll walk up off the chain by himself. That's the best you can tell me about him and what you saw, how he looked? Or are you still fixing your eyesight based on what you heard? They talked him up so high that when you seen him, you already seen this big buff killer. Ain't got a scar on him. It don't even look like he been called to even be wanting to breed to his ass. Pedigree looked like he was right off a barracuda. The story you heard was just greatest song. Looked like a beast. When I saw him twin, he was whoo-hoo. But where's his battle mark? You can't back your bitch up to this dog. You're gonna have a whole bunch of litters, puppies running around off of this dog bred to your bitch. And all you can tell me is twin. He was buffy. They say he was smashing shit. But what did you see when you saw him? Did it look like he been smashing shit? It don't look like he been beating up shit and nobody been beating him back. Okay, but you bred to him based on what? 90% of you guys is doing it based on what you heard. And I can sit there and talk about Queen. I can sit there and talk about Queen because I seen Queen. I can sit there and talk about Barracuda because I saw Barracuda. I can sit there and talk about Twisted. I seen Twisted. I seen Champion Tater. I seen Champion Joey, Grand Champion Joey. When I sit there and tell you guys about all these great dogs that I've seen, and I base my opinion on, hey, he was a bad motherfucker. It wasn't based on the story that somebody told me. There's something that somebody told me. I tell you, I heard he was a bad boy. by some reliable sources. Well, what would you do, twin? Well, I'm going to tell you the truth, man. I'm going to tell you like this. I heard from a reliable source. I'm going to be putting it all on my reliable source. Well, you ain't going to come back and say I said anything about something I saw. No, I didn't. I said I heard. So any decision making based on something that I heard, and I went to the show to see, okay? Now I'm getting a chance to see him. Okay, now I can give you a better analysis if you ask me about him based on the fact of what I seen. Not what I heard, but what I seen. Okay? You're not getting out, guys. You're young guys. You're getting these dogs. You're trying to get into the game, but you don't have no eyeball experience. Eyeball experience. A lot of you new guys don't know what a great dog looked like. A lot of you guys don't even know what a great bred dog looked like. Not outside his breeding, but what a great bred dog looked like when he's being looked at. There you are now, standing right there. Say you was there when I saw Barracuda beat Eminem. Heard all these great things about Barracuda. A lot of great things prior to him ever making it to the box. As far as Victor complaining about not wanting to give up the papers. Until Barracuda did it the right way. Very big integral part of that based on the situation that was put at hand. Okay, so when I said I saw Barracuda, and Barracuda was everything that everybody said, I seen Barracuda in his hardest match. In his hardest match, I saw Barracuda. So, when I tell y'all the Barracuda was that in some, and all these other people was running around talking about Barracuda either ducked somebody or Barracuda didn't do this and Barracuda didn't do that. And all y'all doing is picking up the volume. That's all y'all hearing. And that's all y'all be willing to talk about based on the volume that you heard. But then when it get in front of me, and I'm going to tell you about Barracuda and the Barracuda that I saw for myself. Damn the person who told you everything you can ask me based on what you heard. Because there might be a little conflict based on what you heard and what I saw for myself. Is there any bias in based on what you're hearing? Yeah, there's a lot of bias and shit that you hear. But it ain't too much bias unless it's your own bias when you're standing there looking at it for yourself. Come down to you guys making decisions for yourself. Start making more decisions based on what you see. Don't tell me how to give a damn dog wormer if you ain't never wormed the damn dog yourself. And you're trying to tell me this is what somebody told you. Twin, I'm supposed to give the dog 3 cc's? I haven't met. Well, how much you weigh? I don't know. This is what I heard. You know how many of those I get? Did you really want to know how many of those I get? Why did you give me your dog 3 cc's? That's what somebody told me. Why did he tell you that? Did you ever ask him if he does that? Did you ever ask him, does that what he do for his dogs? Or is he going to come back and tell you, well, dog, that's what Jim Bob told me. He got a bunch of damn dogs. That's what he told me. See, this is the mistake in the dogs right now. This is why our quality of dogs right now are where they're at. Because a lot of stuff is being based on what y'all is hearing. A lot of these shows are private, so you know all y'all got to be based on is what you heard. But stop acting on shit that you hear. Don't act on nothing until you see. for yourself. I'm going to pick up something somebody told me to do, like a lot of dog men that I really, really appreciate sitting there telling me the things that I've learned. But everything I've learned was based on what I seen after I heard it. Guys told me to twin, do this. And this is why you're doing this. Okay. Then somewhere in that conversation that I'm listening to, because I'm going to go do it, because I'm going to go see for myself. So I can make the decisions based on what I saw for myself when I did what I heard. Can't wait to get home to try the shit. Can't wait to get into the next keep to try some things. Okay? So when I come back, I'll be able to tell y'all what Nate told me. It went from what Nate told me, what I heard, to me going home, trying what he told me, and seeing for myself that it worked. So now when I pass the message down to you, I'm guaranteeing you, based on what I heard and saw, that you're going to be all right if you do what I told you I heard and saw for myself. You should get the same damn results that I got. Because at least the person who spoke to you in that caption started off telling you something that someone told him. But he took that something that he heard and went home and done it himself so he could see for himself. Now, what I see is what I'm basing my opinion and decisions on. Has a damn thing to do with what he said or what I heard. Results of what I did is what's going to have me going to you saying, look, man, they told me this right here, and I went home, I tried this shit, it worked. It worked for me, and it worked for him. It's definitely supposed to work for you. Now when your partner come up and say, man, what you doing? Trying this shit twin told me. What did he tell you to do? I mean, this. Like, man, why you listening to that nigga, man? Because the nigga told me something that he heard, that he went and done, and it worked for him. And based on that decision right there is what I'm going to try to see for myself if it's going to work for me. That's not the same thing as me being a doctor and walking into your room and tell you what I heard and ready to put my hands on it. No, I'm that doctor that heard it, came back, tried it, seen it for myself, learned it. Now I'm walking into your room telling you, hey, this is what I heard. But I tried it and it worked. So I'm here to try it on you. Big difference, fellas. It's a difference that's really affecting in the decision makings of what you're doing on your yard. How many of you guys can walk out there on your yard and put a value on your chain space? So why is your yard looking like this? Why do you have these big ass question marks on damn near 85% of your yard? Really? Not much on your yard that you can look at and say, I seen. How many of you guys out there is walking out here feeding a bunch of dogs, but you ain't seen shit? But you're in here with conversation based on a lot of shit that you heard. Not seen, heard. How many of you guys get in here and shoot your little opinions that you probably picked up off the game, heard, never matched one, never hunted with one, never put no competition into them? Everything is based on, basically, because there's no experience coming from you nowhere outside the fact of some bunch of stuff that you may have heard. A lot of it has to do with you being, what you're doing is considered what you heard. You didn't go home and go in your yard and put what you heard to the test. You got to be able to put what you hear. You're going to try it on your yard. You have to try and see for yourself. Get out here on these podcasts and hear all this different stuff. It all sounds good, fellas, until you see for yourself if it's going to fit you. All of a sudden, somebody say, man, I made a comment one time, I never lost to a black dog. Well, guess what? I never lost to a black dog. But you know what happened the next thing you heard? Sound like twin, don't got no respect for black dogs. Well, did you hear me say I didn't have respect for black dogs? No. Did you hear me say that I had no respect for black dogs? No. But what you did hear me say is something I saw for myself, clearly. Never lost to a black dog. Didn't hear the shit. You heard me say I never lost to a black dog. Didn't say nothing about disrespecting him. Didn't call him a piece of shit. Didn't call him a piece of trash. I told you, the twin, my own eyes, could say this from experience that I never lost to a black dog. Does not mean that I have no care for having a black dog. None. Okay? But y'all get right out here on this podcast based on what I said and go running with something that you heard. What you heard, but you didn't. But what you saw was Twin tell you on a podcast that he never lost to a black dog. That's what you saw. But is that what your ears is picking up? If it was what your ears was literally picking up, what you saw, you would never question Twin about Twin beating a bunch of damn black dogs. The Twin never did say they were all pieces of shit, or all dogs were sorry, or all this or all that by any black dogs. But this is how things go when your ears start being your eyes. When you're listening to too much junk that you can't even see what's really right there in your face. You understand where I'm coming from, fellas? That eye plays a big part in what you're doing. My eye. All my decisions. My eye makes me experiment on what I want to try based on what I heard. See what I'm saying, fellas? You guys got to get out there. Y'all want to make this thing a little better for y'all? Because a lot of y'all change space is definitely, it's like the stock market. I'm sitting on a bunch of damn stock that ain't no good. All because you're hearing too much, not seeing enough. Okay? I heard 90 million out there whine over the pairs online about them colors. But y'all literally seen me going through these pairs online with all these great dogs, and we pull them up. And we look at their pedigrees on pairs online, and you never seen one of them great dogs with a messed up pedigree. Every one of them. I didn't put all them dogs in there like that. So why is all the great dogs' pedigrees online looking like the stuff the Twin was saying? Twin was telling you something that he saw for himself. But no. Y'all got it all twisted. Well, I ain't got to change, man. I don't understand all that. You know, half y'all didn't even know what the damn colors meant. Next thing you know, I hear everybody whining. Based on what? You heard? Because I was getting on y'all about it. Still, y'all was hearing. Then go see for yourself. Because as I was going through this thing, guess what I was doing? Guess what I was doing? Like I told y'all when I first started talking about them pedigrees online. Well, y'all always thought that I was just the only one doing that. And I was the only one that had a pet P. And I was this and I was that. Somebody come back on here and show me one dog or one pedigree that I showed you of one of these great dogs that got a pedigree full of a bunch of damn colors on dogs that didn't have equilate. This one that I had on this show, you ain't gonna find it. And I didn't pick and choose. Y'all see how I pick some. But guess what? Did anybody ever pick up on that? Did anybody ever notice that? We have followers here who didn't follow me from the beginning of my first show. Did anybody ever pick up on that damn twin? You notice something about them pedigrees he's pulling up? A lot of them great dogs. But guess what? The ones who literally saw it never picked it up. You know why they never picked it up? Because they were already setting their mind blind and whining and complaining about their pedigrees because the way they had them colored up. Guarantee you, guys that didn't never change their pedigree sat right through these shows to see all them dogs and never once did they ever consider the fact that they dog pedigree don't look nothing like that. Them was one of them people that be whining about trying to keep the pairs online, you know, colorful. It shouldn't matter. See, that's when your ears become your eyes and your eyes become useless. Because you could sit right here in this room and I'm gonna give me a head over 100,000 views. I ain't been out here that long. 40 videos. And I'm seeing results that y'all ears is y'all eyes. Because a lot of stuff that I put out there that picks up on the ears is being missed by a lot of you guys just sitting there looking at it. Looking at it. Looking at me telling you this. Damn near face to face. Yet your ears never once transferred anything to your eyes so you could see the facts when they start coming out. The proof. The proof. Okay? We just had that show last week about the preservation. A lot of you guys came in with that thought. I told you to listen, go back to that video. Y'all listening? You're listening. But you guess what? There was people in this chat room who was looking at it. Looking at me talk about it. Face to face. And they bumping on what you're hearing because you're seeing it come out my mouth. And if everybody knows, Twin is only talking about his way of thinking and why he thinks like that. So I'm giving you beyond just a listening. I'm giving you all the room to go see for yourself. Now, it's funny because I don't know what the final results was of last week's show. But it was like 80% of you guys said it was possible to preserve a line before basically you actually heard me. But guess what was going on at the end of the show? What you guys voted for was not the same thing that a lot of you guys were saying at the end of the show. The numbers look this way when you're looking at it on the show, based on what a lot of you guys was going on really hearing. But by the end of the show, when you guys were sitting here looking at me, talking to you, not only do you hear me talking to you, you're looking at me talking to you. A lot of you guys changed that thought because it made sense in what I said. That's why I said it at the beginning and what I said. And took y'all guys through the whole show to make a point for this Tuesday right here to talk about what Twin saw. We just didn't just throw that out there. We were already prepared to see what we saw. We knew you guys was going to jump out there and say, yes, you can preserve a pure line. And at the very beginning of the video, I said I went over all the stipulations on don't get this wrong before we get into this, because remember, a lot of you guys' minds was already set. And I knew they would be set because I'm out here with you guys. I hear the shit. I hear the Kobe this. You know what I'm saying? I hear the Jeep this. I hear the Boils dogs. Okay? Told you all this at the beginning of the video. I told y'all that how that number was going to look. But by the end of that video, guess what, guys? There was more people in here, in this room. Just as many people that voted. Just as many people who voted. By the end of this show, I seen more people when I asked that final question before we left. They said, no, you can't. Why did it change? What happened? You guys started watching me and listening. You were watching me and listening. And based on what you saw me saying, that means you saw me, and that means you heard me, it registered in your mind. But what you saw, not more than what you heard. Because you saw the show. And by the end of the show, based on what you heard, clearly on what you saw, because we was pointing these things out, you had a decision to make. By the end of the show, a lot of you guys have changed your minds. That's why I was prepared for this conversation on Tuesday. Guys got to start opening up your eyes. A lot of you guys got to start making your eyes do some more work than your ears. It sounds all good when you can walk on a podcast and sound like you a dog, man. You know so damn much because you're listening too damn good. But to a person like me, you don't really know shit because it ain't nothing you saw. For yourself. Ain't nothing you did for yourself. Getting experience that just needed to make the decisions on learning what you guys are trying to learn. You got to start seeing for yourself. Don't want nobody to come to your yard. Oh, I can understand. Everybody got their fetish. But we supposed to depend on what you're telling us. You know? Not really much that I would want to come to your yard for, if there's nothing there. If you ain't got nothing there, no problem. I don't need to come to your yard then. If you ain't got nothing to talk about, well, I can see for myself. So why are you talking about it? Keep it a secret. But don't come up on out here, act like you Earl Tudor. Okay? Because it's going to show when it comes down to show and tell. You got to show it before you tell it. It's called show and tell, okay? You show me, then you tell me. Don't tell me shit and think you're going to show me later. I mean, you don't want to show me. You want to tell me, but you don't want me to see for myself. Because that's what a lot of you guys are doing. You don't let them tell you, but you ain't seeing enough for yourself to make the proper decisions. As an experienced dog man, not even a growing dog man, if you continue to listen instead of seeing. Got guys out here defending dogs, you ain't never seen in your damn life. You probably heard the story and all of a sudden you want to stand there and defend a damn dog you ain't never seen in your life based on what you heard. All about sight. A lot of decisions based on sight. You can go out there on your yard and look from at the top of the yard. And it says like everybody in place. In the morning you come back, you got 2 dogs dead. Why? Because you were standing at the top of the yard, and when you look down through the yard, everything looked good. But did you really go down there and see for yourself that every dog on those chains was secure? So when you tell me the story the next day that you lost 2 of your dogs, and I said, well, damn, did you check their change, bro? Yeah, man, I did. Now, did you want me to go by what you said or what I saw? When I saw that one chain sitting up there broke, or that collar snap broke, or that collar slipped over the head, or that stake pulled up off the ground, or broke. Because you'll never tell me, yeah, man, I was standing on the top of the yard. Not really, twin. I stood up top of the yard, looked out over the yard. Everybody was on the end of their chain looking at it was all right, man. Ain't gonna never tell me that story. Ain't gonna never tell me that part of the story. You're gonna try to keep it simple as possible. 2 of my dogs got off last night. Did you check all their chains, man? Yeah, man, I did. I don't know what happened. I don't know how that stake came out. And the whole time you telling me this shit, what do you think I'm thinking? Because you think I'm paying attention to what you saying or what I saw? I saw a stake out. And this man checked that shit. That stake didn't come out like that just last night. That chain didn't just break last night. That chain had time to wear down. That stake had time to come up and get loose in the ground. Based on what you're hearing. That's like a guy coming up to you telling you he got the baddest dog in the backyard, bred just like your shit. Need to breed to him. He a bad boy. Show you the papers and all. Next thing you know, you breeding to the dog. What convinced you? The papers? The papers? And his conversation based on the papers? I mean, you guys out here making them kind of mistakes. I mean, you guys out there watching this factory that Tom Gardner's doing with his dogs, and he's running them through there like a meal, a puppy meal. You think he got a story for every one of them damn dogs he's selling y'all? Really? Really? The man's putting a price tag on them, and you either gonna get one or you ain't. Because he's got a flow. He got a brand. But a lot of you guys that got dogs from Tom, damn near every one of y'all got a story. Some type of a story based on your dog. And I got good friends right there where I'm from. Got dogs from Tom. But when I look at these dogs and I ask my friends certain questions, guess what? They're coming up short as hell based on what I'm asking, what they have seen out of these shits they buying. We're talking about throwing papers in my hand, telling you how he bounces all over the chain, tell me how he look good when he get mad, show me how he worked the flirt pole. But the damn dog over 2 years old. I'm hearing the story, but I ain't seeing it. I ain't seeing it. I ain't seeing what I'm looking to see. You're not answering the question based on your sight of what I'm asking you about what you seen for yourself outside of all this other stuff, because all this other stuff is not giving him no kind of competition back. Be sitting here listening to all these goddamn stories of glory. You see my point, fellas? Open your eyes and shut your ears. You should be eager to see, not listen or hear. It's very important. Because your competition is never going to go up until y'all stop listening and start seeing. You want to know what a great dog look like? Go see one. Go out there and keep looking until you finally see one. It'll be a real eye-opening experience when you see a real great one. And I've seen many great ones. So I can clearly tell you what a great one look like. Don't need to tell me. So when I hear these other stories, the dogs that I haven't seen, I done seen enough great ones that I can take this dog and see if he fits in the category of the great dog that I have seen. And can you make it clear enough to me, with this great dog you filling my head up with, that he can match to the dogs that I've seen for myself? Can your words get through to me to say, well, yeah, he must be a good dog? I ask you, have you ever seen him? No, I just heard. Yeah. Good story. But I can't rely on that story if I'm thinking about going to breed to that dog. That ain't enough information for me. Especially if I got to go see for myself. It might be enough for me to go see for myself. You might have said enough to me to make me go see for myself. But you didn't give me enough information to go do it. That's the thing that I'm telling you guys. Stop doing it. Stop trying to put your dogs in shape with 19,000 people's different keeps. Like you're going to put all these keeps together and come with this master plan. Some of you guys are just out here learning the dog to talk dog. Ain't got no intentions on doing nothing with your dog. Just want to get out here and just sound like you important by acting like you know what you're talking about and ain't seen shit. I'm trying to talk and get through the real dog man. Real dog man, here it is. And these are the ones that I'm trying to prep. These are the ones that I'm trying to tell them in your eagerness to get there. Slow down. Get out there and see for yourself what you're dealing with. Go out there and experience the game. Stop listening to the game. James Jones, love you, baby. There was somebody else. Willie Brown, thank you, baby. Dread, as always, thank you, baby. I see PG in the house. What's up, Sniper? What's up, baby? BD, BTD. You know I'm talking about, Mississippi. What's up, baby? Long time no see, man. Banjo Dog, glad to have you back. Yes, fellas, I'm reading off. I'm doing my shout outs in the middle of this. COVID 500 Kennels. Come on, twin. What's wrong, man? Am I saying something wrong? Am I saying something wrong there, Kobe? Kobe 500. What am I saying, man? I ain't trying to be mean. Popcorn Sutton, glad to have you, man. I know I never seen you in there, but how can I forget a guy like Popcorn Sutton? Come on. Glad to have you, Popcorn. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hear me, baby. So just drop it in and see what's up. Glad to see y'all. Well, guess what, bro? Continue coming by, man. Continue coming by and come and kick it out here with us, man. Thank you for coming. Lefty, what's up? See, I got Mississippi Knucklehead. What's up, baby? I'm trying to learn every week. That's why I'm here. Well, guess what, Knucklehead? Guess what, Knucklehead? You seeing a whole lot of shit outside of hearing, baby boy. You seeing a whole lot than just listening. You are seeing a lot. Because everything that I'm talking about, your boy have seen. When I tell you I seen it for myself, then you know, if I'm telling you this is what I did, then the only other choice you have, you can listen or you can go see for yourself if it worked for you. One damn thing for damn sure, you're going to sit there and say, I seen Twin didn't tell me this shit. He told me what he did. I'm listening to what he did. I didn't hear from a third party to tell me Twin said he did this and I turned around and did that. No, I seen Twin. Twin told me himself what he did. And if he heard something, he'll tell you. He heard it from somebody and he tried it and it worked. So he's telling me that even though he heard it, he's tried it. Because I'm only telling y'all what I did. I'm getting down into the mind thinking of what was my mind frame. Where is Twin's head at when he's doing all this crazy shit? So I'm trying to get down into Twin's head and explain to y'all this little crazy shit that's inside his head that's based on a lot of experiences that I saw when I was out there. And I'm sharing these experiences that I saw, that I experienced when I was out there with you guys. Okay? And based on what I'm telling you, on stuff that I've done, I'm not afraid of you guys to go out there and try it. I want you to go out there and try it. The only way I'm going to get the receipts out of it will work for y'all like it worked for me. Whether it comes to breeding, being a hunter, being a competitor, whatever it is, get your information from experienced people who can tell you they've been experienced enough to tell you something that they've done that maybe you can use. Stop listening. Stop listening to inexperienced people. It's not doing y'all no good. We up into 2022, and there's still good things going on out there, but they're not as competitive as they used to be. Y'all grade of bulldogs have diminished. The game has diminished because you young guys, they're not out there like they were back in my time where we knew where all the great ones were. Now we have to find them on Facebook, maybe. Pairs online, not necessarily. In your area, which makes it even worse. Because how's your area growing if you're not bringing that outside competition in to rate your own area? You have to understand what that means. See, nobody knew or ever heard about Akron. You know, we had some good dogs back then, but we in the fast lane, we was not no conversation. No, because we were so busy beating up on each other. But this so happened some twins came in from out of town, back home, with an understanding of the kind of dogs we were having. It was definitely not to the norm of the dogs that was there. And the game started growing. Not with just us, but to them. Same with Detroit. Saginaw, South Carolina. All y'all have an area of great dog men. Okay? The area is only great as the dog man who makes it great. And it sure don't make it great by just standing in that area. Not the ones that I knew. Most of the ones that I knew didn't stay home. They did travel. We've been through that, so we're not going to start that conversation again. Because it's a dead in the water if you're going to get out there and find out that all areas aren't the same. The competition is a little stiffer in some areas than they ain't. And if you don't think so, then pop your ass out your own and go find out. That's what you do. You think you got it like that, then take your shit out of your own backyard and go get in somebody else's backyard. Damn what you're hearing. Go see for yourself if you can stand up to it. Not knocking guys who don't travel. I'm just saying. Best and the greatest of the dogs that I seen traveled and didn't matter where you were going. Most of the time, it was knocking on their back, somebody's back door. Hardly ever do you get a chance to stay home because everybody at home on the bus with you. Okay, that's how we rolled at home. We jumped on the bus, upped our game. It's not just one person on the bus now. He's got a following. Now we all following. Ain't paying one damn dog on that person's yard, but guess what? We'll bet every dollar on him. I bet every dollar on him. We'll follow him all the way through. Not based on what we heard, based on what we saw for ourselves. And in that scene, our level of dogs changed. But we started beating up on everybody outside our own backyard. But we had to bring the level up in our own yard to realize that no wonder we've been stuck at home, because we only good enough to be at home. When we start finding out how it was outside the home, we had to go home and fix that shit quick. No wonder they laugh at us. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it is. We got better. Our dogs got better, more competitive. Why? Because we brought our level of competition up to the level to be able to go wherever and go into whoever. Because we know what it looks like and we know what it takes to win. Not just in our own backyard either. And this is what you guys have to practice doing while y'all just feeding dogs doing nothing. Go find something else to do. You know what I mean? Stop working on being smart for the podcast. That's all I'm saying. All right? I hope everybody's filming. I'm trying to see if there's anything. I see Big Facts Word. You're absolutely correct, twin. We can make a quick decision on nothing. Man, you know what, fellas? I'm trying to find an argument in here. Y'all ain't arguing with me today? Y'all ain't gonna argue with me today, fellas. Y'all act like y'all trying to agree with me. Y'all stop it. Okay, this is what happens when you poor and worn out and got a big mouth with Wi-Fi. Stop it. Okay. Hey, what's up, Mac? Mac says, come to the South and get your feelings hurt. Haven't seen nothing better coming from the sect my entire life. I've seen hounds all across America. Well, Matt, first of all, I want to know what part of the South, because I've been all over the parts of America too, son. I have. And I've seen a lot of great dogs just like you. Okay? But, again, is that how it is now? I don't know what sector you're talking about, but I'm telling you now, there's nobody out of the South coming up to our way. I mean, we had a dog of the year that came out of the South, Doogie. He made a long trip. We had old DC, May May. She made a long trip to the South. I seen Barracuda from the South go into somebody from up north, and he won. He made it hard, but he was in this as long as match was against a dog from the north. And my dogs was definitely from the South. But I didn't get my name from the South before I got my name up in Ohio. Well, the competition was able to show me that I needed to know what I needed to win, and I learned from Ohio, from Michigan, to be able to come back down to the South and even learn even more. If you've been all across America, and you can rat off some of these great hounds that you've seen and enlighten us. That's all. You've been out there and then enlighten us to what you done seen in your career. That's all. Just enlighten us. It sounds like a good conversation. Talk about it, bro. I'm 100% with you. But I mean, when you say it, I mean, I just want to know, you know. The South is a real hard place to be, but I'm going to tell you, Louisiana, them Cajun boys ain't nothing to be played with. Them Mississippi boys ain't nothing to be played with. We call them the South. Them Alabama boys, y'all want to say them, is them the South? Them is the SEC, the Southeastern Conference. Well, I mean, what's in that Southeastern Conference? You know what I'm saying? I mean, South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, Georgia. Are we still talking about New Orleans? Texas. Are we talking about that area there? Because yes, there's a lot of great dogs down in that sector. A lot of great kennels down in that sector. Yes, it is. Been like that for a long time, but I'm going to tell you one thing, fellas. When the South get upset, they usually get upset in the North. I'm just keeping it real with you. Joey came down to Texas and ate up Texas. He's from up north. Queen, she came from the South and went up north smashing shit, then come back down after smashing shit in the South. So she showed us she could win from North and South. It didn't matter to her. Dogs, some dogs, it's really not on you anyway. It's on the dog. Are you willing to see if your dog can go up in the SEC and win? Did you or were you able to go up into the SEC and win? Or step into the Big Ten, that Detroit, Ohio area, up in that area, that PA area, West Penn, the New York boys, the Chicago boys, the Ohio boys. Oh, them boys, they was deadly. Deadly. It's still deadly. Now it's not where you're at, where you're going. Okay? I'm gonna say something like that. I'm gonna make damn sure that I can say I won in both areas. It didn't matter which way I went. I mean, I even got a champion out there in California. You know, had one out there, you know what I'm saying? It's really on us, it's really on our dogs and our capabilities of our dogs. Is if you got one and you believe in it, and that's the only way everybody else gonna know that you're talking. Are we losing us again? Are we everybody all right? Okay. You know what I mean, fellas? But good point, Matt. I don't know how old you are, but in my entire dog game life, I don't think one is better than the other. Be honest. You know, because most of the time, guys that don't leave, we entertain them and come to them. We don't care if you don't leave. If we want to get on, we're going to come to your backyard. Been a lot of those in our day. You know? Not what we hear, it's what we see. If I go into one, you can sit there my whole damn keep every day and brag about who I'm going into. And you'll notice it ain't gonna change me one damn bit. Ain't gonna make me nervous. Ain't gonna make me scared. Ain't gonna make me do anything different than what I do. Because unless I see it, it don't mean shit, because he ain't seen me yet. If you get my point. If you seen what you done seen enough out of your shit, it don't matter what they say about that next man's shit. Because he ain't seen me on his ass. And I'm always counting on that. I don't care who you whoop, you ain't ran into me yet. And for those who have, they can say they beat me. You understand what I'm saying? One damn thing for sure, we was able to see each other. I don't take nothing away from those that beat me and definitely those who lost. Okay? Uh-oh. But Matt, I didn't say you never seen no good dogs. Matt, don't take it wrong. You said, Max says, never said I haven't seen good hounds up north. I just seen better hounds down in the SEC because good hounds are found everywhere, to be honest. But that's what I said, Matt. Matt, that's what I said. I didn't say anything wrong, Matt. And Matt, you're right. A lot of us guys from the north, we do buy our dogs from the south. How you think we had all that red boy stuff up there? How you think them yellow johns went up there and started knocking out them Boyles dogs? I was around when the Boyles dogs was real heavy up north. And I was also around when them red boy, yellow dogs started hitting the scene, stopping that shit. You know what I mean? Not saying that the North doesn't produce great dogs. It's just the North doesn't really produce great dogs unless they got great dogs from the South anyway. No. But I guarantee you one damn thing. If you do your homework, you're going to find out. A lot of great dogs came out of the North. A lot of great dogs come out of the North. They're all not just made great dogs up there. You got to, we can speak about Zebo, Art. We can just start running the line of the great ones that was up north. All right? See, the Boils dogs didn't start losing until they start, really the yellows should start putting their gamers to the test up north. Y'all just found out them yellow dogs can whoop them Boils dogs long before they got up north and started losing. I'm just saying. I matched a lot of shows. I've seen a lot of shows down here. Did a whole lot of judging shows my damn self down here. And I can honestly say, they are everywhere. They're everywhere. But there's only a few guys down in the South that really likes to travel. I'm not going to just start an argument. I didn't say nobody. Very few guys got out there and became successful to travel had great dogs. Had great dogs. And most of the time, we find ourselves had to go in and we have no. It don't seem like I'm getting any mic action here. Right, check. Bulldog and Kennels, what's up, baby? Mac, okay, I agree with you, twin. Thank you, bro. Because you know you my man. You know you my man. Mike Dan, Ohio, all day, baby. Chico Lopez has the best genuine pit bull terriers. Well, damn. Okay, we're gonna leave that one alone. Mac, you should have put it up about, Mac, can you give me 3 more of those smiley faces for me? I see you laughing out loud, but give me 3 more for me. That statement was real funny to me, and I can't punch it in there. So I need 3 more from you, Mac. I'm in a concurrence with Mac. He's laughing like hell about that statement. Chico Lopez has the best American pit bulls. Terriers. Mac got to laugh. Mac, I just want 3. Can I borrow 3 of yours, man, and take my space and laugh again? I need that. There's good dogs everywhere. President Tony Ferguson, boy, that lost his mind. Popcorn, thank you. Popcorn, what's wrong with him? I wonder how long he's been around to make that the basis of his opinion. Do you think he's been listening too much, or have you seen it for himself? That's a good question, right? We need to ask him. How do you know? I mean, really, to be so bold, what can he tell us about Chico Lopez that makes him the greatest dogs out here? That's a good one. Is anything you saw? He said, that's Chico Lopez. Oh, the Popcorn said, that's Chico Lopez. Get out of here. That ain't Chico, is it? What's up, twin, in the chat? What's up, Back in Black? What's up, man? Mike Dan. I see you over here cracking up today. What's up, baby? Good to see you, man. Damn, you say Grand Champion Athos is the best dog in the world. Well, I can honestly say at this point in time, with the competition being as slim, and really, it really is, whether you want to believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? I would have to give him credit for saying that because he's a grand champion. If he's from Chico, he's got to be bred good. You know, Chico, he comes up with things, but Anthos, I mean, have you ever seen Anthos go? Are you saying these things based on some shit that you heard, or are you willing to jump on here and tell us anything about Anthos and Chico and his dogs that you've seen for yourself? I asked that question because that's what the show's about. Not what you heard, but what you've seen for yourself. See, these are the kind of conversations that we was talking about today. And here we got a prime example. We don't want to hear what you heard. We want to see what you done seen. To have that kind of a statement, we would like to know, based on what have you seen that gives you the reason to say that, is what I'm asking, because that's what our show is about. Not talking about what you heard, and tell us what you seen. Experience. When you see it for yourself, you gain experience, even if it's not you doing it. When you see something, it's more experience than what you hear. When you see it for yourself. That's all I got to say to that on that point. Good point. Popcorn Sutton says he's seen some Christmas cards with some dogs. Well, I don't know. He's dogs de Boudreaux much. Chico told him was a intergalactic super grand champion. What's up, Wolfie? What's up, baby? I'm trying to go through these chats, fellas, so just give me a second. Man, okay. Another cart follower. Let's see, LQ guy, or LQQ. Man, you done said something, man. You got everybody coming after you, bro. It's all good, though, because ain't nobody disrespecting you. We just want to know, based on your conversation, being you continue saying it, you know, have you seen anything that you can talk to us about that you've seen for yourself to give that man all that? And then when you say you've seen it, then we're going to base our opinion based on your eye. How much knowledge in your eyes do we need to find out from you to even base that type of opinion so we can give you some graph to say, okay, I can go with that then, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can go with that. If you've seen it, then I'm going to check and see how good your eyes is, okay? And then, hey, if it's convincing to me, I'm pretty sure I didn't see it for myself, I'll back you up. It sounds like you've been there and you've seen some. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us don't agree with you. You know, we still trying to find Toby. Grand champion Toby Raw. You know what I'm saying? We still trying to figure out why his champions is dogs that 1 minute they're there and the next minute when they get busted doing crazy stuff, they disappear. I'm not knocking Chico. I'm just telling you it's not something I heard, it's something I saw for myself. So when I say that about Chico, I'm not saying it because somebody told me. I'm saying it through self-understanding experience of what I've seen for myself. Grand champion Toby Ram won an awesome Mayday, or was it awesome Mayday? Yeah, one of his ROMs. On his points, grand champion. Next thing you know, controversy comes out, dog disappeared. His points should disappear, ROM should have came down. But it's still running around with that ROM. with a missing grand champion. The point was what made him an all-win. But now the grand champion gone. Because so many people was talking about what they heard and not what they saw. I stumbled up on him based on somebody and what they heard. But what I found when I got there and saw for myself made me ask the questions. It caused him to disappear. They tried to hide him out, but they left a little traces where I could go back in there and show you people that look. The chicken was so legit and had so many great dogs. Why is he stooping down to do this kind of stupid shit? Okay? But we have to make it aware to you guys. Not knocking Chico. Chico, he just reminds me of evolution and the things that evolution used to do. You know, everybody had their own way of doing dogs. I ain't gonna knock none of that. You know what I mean? But it's gonna take a little bit more proof before that Chico or that evolution stuff works on these y'all dog, man, because one, y'all already lacking a lot of things. Okay? And basically that's really all that y'all have to work off is Kennels just jumping out there with the same floor plan as Chico and evolution. I mean, I seen evolution used to be back in my day, the Chico y'all day. Now I can't tell the real from the wrong. Okay? Once you get caught once, hey, everything's suspect. Because how many times do I got to catch you? Do we got to touch the person more than once, before we stop believing them? It doesn't take but one time for me to catch you. Why would I risk anything else with you? Especially if I got to catch you. Okay. He said, Ecur is a troll. Jimmy James, what's up, baby? Okay, y'all, Popcorn says he's seen some Christmas cards with some yeah, remember I just said that, with some the Boudreaux mutts. Chico told them it was an intergalactic super grand champion. Yeah, I said that a minute ago, man. You missed that one. But yeah, we got to laugh off of that one. Yes, we did. We got to laugh off of that one. Hey, Black. Back in the Black Kennel said, y'all hit them like buttons. He must have took a peek out there. Everybody, we're going to take a pause to the heavens and let everybody step up there and click and go hit the like button if you like me. I can say throw thumbs up and every damn one of y'all put a thumbs up. You know what I mean? Tonight is one of them nights where we didn't put out the notifications, y'all. You know, we've been real tied up and shit. So if it looks like our room is quiet, I can guarantee you what's in the chat and what's on the back street looking at this stuff, they gonna just watch the numbers, fellas. You'll be surprised on how many people really be sitting in the back room actually watching y'all. I think they don't be watching me more than they be watching you guys, because you guys put a pretty good show on down there. You know, I get a chance to go back and look at these shows, and I be seeing y'all, man, in these chat rooms, and y'all be having some good-ass, funny-ass conversations. Last week was the first week that I've ever seen our chat room so involved into the conversation. You know, what made last week so different? You know what I mean? It was such a conversation piece that I heard more comments and more back and forth with me and you guys than I have in damn near 39 videos. So, and a lot of people enjoyed last week's show. People telling me, man, you should get more involved with your people, your chat room, man, because last week was a good show. I mean, I ain't never seen a chat room involved. Like, well, guess what? I've always tried to get my chat room involved. You know, a lot of these guys in the chat room, in our chat room, don't say anything because a lot of them guys are experiencing. You know, they understand that one thing that's real important in the dog game. When there's a dog man in the room, smarter thing is to be quiet and listen. And there's a lot of old dog men in the room giving me my flow to talk. I'm just willing to share the flow with my room. Old dog men do want to stop and listen. You know, it might be my flow, but my flow is open for any old dog man to want to step up and have something to say. I mean, y'all got my email address. If you don't have my phone number, there's enough videos out there that's got that phone number in there. I always tell you guys, yeah, we want phone calls. You know, we can open up a phone line and start having you guys come in and start asking questions. Or speak on your experiences, what you're dealing with. Speak on your experience of what you have dealt with. I mean, there's a lot of questions out there, guys, that I know there's got to be guys out there that have questions because I'm always getting something in my emails. You know what I mean? A lot of guys, you know, just want to say thank you. You know, they be like just wanting to say thank you, man, because a lot of guys will come on here and tell me, Twin, so much I've learned, man. There's so many adjustments I've made to my yard, so many adjustments I've done to this and done to that. When I know it's working, and it makes me feel good to hear you guys feed that back. But for entertainment purposes, I need my chat room to help these guys just as much as I'm trying to help them because, hey, there is other sides to things. And I got enough experienced dog man in here. Matt, you want to point out some stuff? Matt, get in here and help me. Hey. Woo, do I let him say it? You know, the wives is out here trying to play the boats and hoes thing today, y'all. You know what I mean? Boats and hoes. This is a new word around our home. I don't know where it comes from, but it's a word that you know when how you say apple, you know, that means don't get on me, y'all. You know. What is it? Oranges, you know, pineapple. Yeah, the pineapple game, right? Well, around our house right now, the word is not pineapple. It's boats and hoes. Not. And when the women come up with some shit like that, you know what I mean? And now it's boats and hoes. Guess what? I'm boats and hoes.
Right. We out here trapping and getting caught. That's what it is. Oh, you out there fucking around with them hoes?
Right.
Boats and hoes, huh?
Oh,
yeah. Oh,
my wife stuck her head in the room, and for some odd reason, I needed to say boats and hoes. Well, she even got started. That's the magic word. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say. Get your shit off and go on, cause I ain't got nothing to say. See, that's you get my age. That's the best way to handle your woman. Cause you gonna always have something to say. You know what I mean? Always got something to say. If we say something, then we just made something she had to say. We just gave her more room to have more to say. You know what I mean? We just go ahead. Oh, my what's that? My give up word is boats and hoes. I've been boats and hoes all day, y'all. Heck yeah. Talk shit to me, I'm boats and hoes. Or whatever it means, baby. That means I don't want to talk about it. I'm turning me. The worst things about playing with your puppies in this type of weather, guys. The worst thing that you can do to a young dog in this type of weather, fellas, is to let them get too hot. If you can put your hands down there right up in the back hind end and up in that cuff part of their hind, and you can put your hand in there and that dog feels so hot. and it feels like it's hot to you, then the dog is too hot. If you guys out there playing with your dogs in there with the spring pose and the flirt pose, and you think it's good to put your dog in that type of stress situation right now, it's not a good situation if you cannot put your dog into an area to bring his temperature down without shocking the shit out of it. Okay? Mac, twin. Mac says, twin, I get knowledge from everyone. I admire you for what you're doing on your channel because many guys with these dogs haven't been blessed to have a good mentor. And I appreciate that, Mac. I really do. I appreciate that, man. I ain't gonna let you down, man. Your money good with me, bro. You know, that's why I'm glad that, you know, me and you was on the same page because we was always on the same page, Matt, okay? And I really appreciate that, guys. I'm giving my thumbs up. Salute to Matt. You're right, Matt. Thank you for letting me know that I'm doing my part, baby. And I will not change. Will not change. Good shout out. I had to put my muscle arm up for Matt. Matt, thank you. What's this? Southern Bread, 843. What's up, man? Nightly and early morning workouts. That's great. That's right, bro. Here's the problem, though. For us guys that go to work, you know what I mean? It's hard to get that early morning work in unless you're getting up about 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Especially down here in the South where we at. It's really hard to get it in the evening because down here where we at, we have had temperatures of 92 at 8 o'clock at night. I think it's all about really understanding your dog. You cannot go out there unless your dog is used to the conditions that you're trying to put him under. Slow down and take your time. I'm gonna tell you something, guys. When it came to me having one and keep, and I'm telling you, it was only one time that I ever had to do 2 at one time, and that was through the brat and put him on my ear. I'm gonna tell you right now, I give guys all the credit in the world who has to sit there and condition 2 and 3 dogs. I couldn't do it but one time. Because it takes a lot of decision making in one dog. Imagine what it takes to have to make decisions with 2 different dogs. There's 2 different decisions sometimes that you have to make when it comes to working. My biggest advice to you guys is to know your dog. If you want to take your dog out there, the first great day out there, and you want to work your dog like this is the last day of his life, then you got to make sure he's got his work in, then you're going to hurt your dog. The dog should be, it's like as a soldier. You know, when I first got in the South Carolina on parasite, it was hot as hell. I'm coming out of the north. And they got me on this base, parasite, hot as hell. It's middle of the summer. I went through boot camp in the summer. I left in June and came home in September. That's right, 12 weeks in Marine Corps boot camp. Went from June to September. Now, fellas, one thing that they did not do to me, they just didn't throw me out there in the blistering heat and beat the shit out of me. No. But they did do, though, every morning, we had to get up, put them shorts on with them boots, and we would take a run in that sun. In the beginning, I used to hate that run. Because how am I going to run by the time I didn't put my foot on the tar that I'm running on? I'm sweating bullets and I ain't ran one step yet. So I used to be like so hot, like my body wasn't used to it. And it created a lot of sweat before I even got a chance to run. And by the time I started running, it felt like I'm ready to pass out because by the time I'm done, I ain't got no more sweat to give and I'm feeling sick as hell. But it seemed like they knew the right point to push us because every day it got better. Every day it got better. It seemed like my body started adjusting to the changes that I was being put under. It was like these drill instructors had us in key. That's why when I look back at my military training, that I used that mentality so much in the way I handled my dogs, that even the psychiatrist was like, the man, he can't even denounce dogs. See, that was my problem with my psychiatrist. Again, you heard the story for those who didn't. You know, I was, you know, they got me trying to, when I'm going through my court case, you know, I had to go see a psychiatrist and all that stuff. And the problem my psychiatrist had with me was she was trying to get me to understand that doing dogs was wrong. You know, and she would have these, you know how, if you ain't never been to a psychiatrist, they want to hear you talk. But then they want to come with this little light, you know, enlightenment that all of a sudden this thing's supposed to kick in my head and I'm supposed to realize something. I never did come to the realization that what I was doing with my dogs was bad. She never could get me to say it was. Because the one thing that I had that she could never relate to was the fact that human beings are smarter than dogs. We're supposed to be. We are the dominions over dogs. We are pack leaders over our own dogs. So how are you going to ever get me to understand that they can take me and put me in a corner of somebody's country and scratch me into something I have no idea? They put me in a corner and there's my opponent. I don't know nothing about him, just go over there and get it. We sit there and watch it on pay-per-view. Pay-per-view is nothing but human pit bulls. The octagon is nothing but a pit. Yet we pay all this money to watch humans that's supposed to be smarter than dogs. They got handlers too. They go in condition too. But it's supposed to be okay for humans to do something that we know our dogs love to do. So she could never get me to denounce anything. She could never get me to understand the difference between what they done to me in the military and what I done and how I felt for my dogs. But one thing for damn sure, I know the military didn't love me like I love my dogs. Catch my point? And it's a real hard point. And I'm just one of few or one of many. Because there's a lot of dog men out there, whether they were in the military or not, that love our dogs that much that we cannot see what they see when it comes to being things wrong. Guarantee you, if we hadn't never let those old dog men started wanting to have money and started turning this into a fad thing where the pit bull became a fad and they attacked the black communities because it was the black community that has started becoming a fad. It's like these little Frenchies and these bullies, you know? They become expensive dogs, but then all of a sudden, guess what? Now we got black folks not being prejudiced. But it's a fad again. Now you got a fad, a bunch of bullies. Not just saying black, I mean Latinos, and you know, it's made for everybody. But see, things start going awry when you got a particular group of people pounding in on it. Whether y'all believe this or not, but guess what? There's a lot of black kennels out there just getting harassed and bothered by the SPCA, the local animal control people. You know, you would think, you know, it would be to still be the pit bull. But it ain't. Now they're pushing more on bullies, and everybody's got a little Frenchie. You better have your paperwork together because they want to know how you got these Frenchies. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like a line of dogs that we're not supposed to have is always going to create a problem for that line of dogs. Now, why is it a problem when we have them? Let's go based on what we see and not on what we hear. Based on what most of you dog men have seen with your own dogs in your own communities, in your own areas. Not on what you heard, but based on what you've seen for yourself. Why is it that these are becoming issues when they don't want us to have nothing? You know what I mean? I mean, the more that they have these bullies, the more they have these Frenchies, the more in danger our breed becomes an issue of distinction, because now, because the bullies are so beautiful and they really aren't aggressive like our dogs are. Frenchies aren't aggressive like our dogs are, but they look like our dogs. Then now it's not like everybody got them. It's just that if you got a bulldog on your yard, you've already been profiled. Better not have 4 or 5, better not have anything close to 10. You've been profiled. You are a considered dog man. And we got to keep our eye on him because he's raising pit bulls, not pet bulls. They don't say pet bulls, they say pit bulls. All based on the legacy of when the dogs came out in such a, I would have to say, it was a fad. It was a fad. But a lot of good kennels came out of that fad. A lot of great dogs came out of that fad. A lot of great breedings came from that fad. But the fad is over. It's really basically over. And it started deteriorating years ago because damn near at extinction now. Damn near. Because where it was used to be a time that, you know, I wanted to hit the road. Remember, I had a chance to see all these great champions and grand champions. Okay? I want to hit the road and I want to go see some. Do you guys? I told you I wanted to go out on the road. Do you know how hard it is to find a great dog around here now? Do you know how hard it is to see a good dog? Let's not even talk about the great ones. Let's talk about a good one that's alive right now. It's very hard. Very hard. The competitive shows aren't as competitive as you think they are. You know, we have certain combinations going on, and the combinations are based in levels. Then I would have to say, as an overall in the fast lane, we're running at a B. We don't have an A lane. We don't have enough A-lane dogs to even call it an A-lane anymore. We have to take the A dogs and put them down there with the B's, because by being an A lane, you're up there. Most of you guys that got A dogs are up there by yourself. You really don't know how good your dog is because it stands in a class all by itself. And until you are matched up to an A level, then you need to have your ass back down here in the B's. Even though you are better than everybody in the B's. You can't take an A lane because there's nothing up there for you to be challenged, so you need to stay down here in the B lane. Because it's like that right now. It's that bad. Everybody's talking about picking and choosing. These days, there's no such thing as picking and choosing. Don't believe that. Because at this point in time, all the great ones are, most of them, they don't care. Most of them don't care. They don't care because ain't nobody calling out no names. I mean, it's more calling out flat out what you gonna do, at what and when, than it is who. We don't even care about who. Just give me one. You'll say Twin went out there and he went out there in his first round. He got him a champion right off the bat. Well, guess what? Twin can come in here and do that if he chooses to do so. But it's easier for Twin because Twin can move around and just call a number and that's it. You wouldn't even know it was me. You wouldn't even know it was me. Because a lot of guys don't want to be seen. A lot of guys said they don't even want to be heard. But what good is that? What good is that for all you young guys who want to make those great breedings that created all these great dogs of the past? And all the great dogs to be of the future. The diminish is so bad. It's so bad. And it's getting to be so hard. A lot of you guys own your own yards. And don't act like I'm lying, because there's a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all don't want to get your shit tested. Based on, you don't want to hear somebody say something that they saw or heard. Or heard, what's the name? He didn't look good yesterday. And it could be your dog they're talking about. What if he didn't? You gonna jump out there and start defending something based on what somebody else said? Or you gonna go out there and show everybody else what he may have said ain't what it is? Because the whole time he's talking, it ain't his dog. Still some shit that he may have saw that everybody else that he didn't put in their ear gonna be running around there talking about something that they heard. By the time you get all the way back around to you, it's gonna be a whole big ass, your dog ain't shit. I heard your dog ain't shit. That's how it goes. So, but stay focused on what's important, what you see. Are you lying to yourself? Or are you keeping it real? Are you listening or are you seeing? Is the question. Very important question. For those who want to get out there and have something great to make, and something to put into the future, something to put your hands down and say, yeah, I did this, made this achievement, had these accolades, not have to go way back into the 90s or the 2000s to be able to see y'all, these guys right here and now, saving what's being lost by going by what you see more than what you hear. Don't give credit to that doctor who can walk in the room and tell you, I'm your doctor. And what you have or heard about. And think he's going to put his hands on you. No. Don't need to hear from the doctor that heard about you or heard about your illness. I need a doctor who done seen my illness and who have treated my illness with his own damn hand, not his damn ears. And that's how you guys need to be listening. You ain't willing to listen and do it with your own hands to see for yourself based on who the messenger is. What messenger are you going to listen to? The doctor who heard about it or the doctor who's done it? I even give the doctor who's done it a little credit for the fact that he heard about it and then done it, compared to the person who heard about it and ain't done nothing to think he's gonna walk in there and treat me based on some shit he heard. I ain't your guinea pig. And that's how a lot of us out here that's dealing with these dogs, this is what y'all dealing with. You just don't want to look, most of you don't want to admit it. We ain't talking about the quiet ones that's sitting in the back win. You know, those competitors. We ain't talking about them. Because if you're competitive, you know, you ought to be glad to even be competing. These days, the Lord knows if I was a competitor these days, I'm trying to find the biggest competitor I can deal with, because the level is not on a great and high scale. Because what your shit might look like great today might look terrible against something better tomorrow. Based on the circumstances of what you guys are working with now, you guys got a problem. And all the thing you can do is make damn sure that you crossing every T and dotting every I and believing that what you see is what it is and not what you think. And that's very important in this game of dogs, fellas. You got to see the truth. You have to gain experience by seeing. Even if it's hearing and then seeing for yourself. Start listening to somebody who has more experience than a reading education on Google. A lot of you guys are coming in these rooms acting like you really know the dogs, but you don't know the game. You know, you still don't know the game. It sounds good when you're shooting your line in the chat room, but what's happening outside the chat room? Okay? We're going to close this day. We're going to finish this up, fellas, because there's not much more I can say. We didn't already heard, and we didn't see. What it is what it is. Not what I heard, what I seen. We have to stick to that. It's got to be more seen. Stop talking about this shit you hear on the internet, fellas, and go start seeing the world for what it is. Maybe you be the guys that's putting it back the way it was. Before we don't have nothing left. Or it'd be such a crabby ass game that, you know, we'd be over here buying dogs from overseas. Because we don't have shit left, because we didn't gave it all over there where it's all stiff. And all the best ones is coming up from over there. And the way they going down up and the way they playing overseas, y'all, I mean, it's a world attack on the Bulldogs. And the pit bulls, not the pet bulls, but the pit bulls, because the pet bulls is what's making it hard. And once they get into our world, then they're gonna have 19,000 reasons why our dogs are being treated horribly compared to the two guys that we're watching on UFC that we spending all this money to watch two dudes kick each other's ass. But they're supposed to be smarter than the dogs. Okay? Just letting you know. I don't condone, let me do the disclaimer thing. I don't condone dog fighting. I'm not involved in dog fighting. Don't have dogs to do any dog fighting. This is for the historical, education, and entertainment. Everything that I speak on pertaining to my life in the dogs is a fictional event that has no back that they can go and snatch on me, because it is what it is. You don't hear me backing down from it. You hear me standing right there in your face telling you what I did. And I'm still here. And nobody cuffed me. And nobody canceled me. Nothing. And if everybody's playing in the frame of mind that I play in, then there's a whole lot that I'm saying to y'all. Y'all looking in my motherfucking mouth when I say it. It's supposed to keep a lot of y'all safe, where you can feel free to talk and don't have to sit there and act like you're scared. Because when you're acting like you're scared, it's because you don't know, and it's the best way to be, scared when you don't know. But don't go running around here listening to somebody who had no clear idea trying to tell you what is, and they don't even fucking know. Listen to a guy who knows. I'm trying to tell y'all. But come out that scary shit. If you can't come out that scary shit, what are you doing in it? If you can't accept what you're willing to pay for on the UFC and then walk and look in your own backyard and see gladiators, MMAs right there in your own damn yard and can't understand why you love this shit so much that you can't explain it. I'm going to tell you how I explained it to him and still explain it to him the same damn way and still ain't denounced the shit. I ain't going to never denounce it. As long as I was a military man and y'all was shipping us all over the place, shooting people and bombing people and taking over countries and shit. Sitting here on your fire sticks watching all these MMAs, paying all this top dollar to watch two dudes beat the shit out of each other. Scratch them just like they scratching a bulldog. They damn near had the same rules. But it's not wrong for them to do it, and they smarter than us. But condemn us when we kill cows to eat, pigs to eat, chickens to eat, in some of the most inhumane ways. It's got to be inhumane. Remember back in the old days, grandma go out there and grab one of them chickens, stop that head over in that damn log, and waka! Next thing you know, you don't see no head, but you see all the other remnants while we getting ready to eat dinner. But they want to complain about something's a tangible piece of nothing to the law. A dog is tangible shit. You can spend $25,000 on a damn dog, and that dog get hit by a man that ran up on the damn curb and knocked the shit out of you and your dog still ain't worth but 5 cents. But they give you 20 years. Try to give you 20 years to do something that we pay to watch them do. And you ask yourself why when they used to damn do dog fights in Madison Square Garden. I said, y'all got rid of, y'all didn't condemn the dog game quicker than y'all condemned slavery. They call a dog man a cruel person, but they use the mentality of slavery and profiling, racial discrimination, the whole tip. These are the things that you as dog men have to deal with in the year 2022. So y'all ain't got time to be listening to a bunch of bullshit. I'm trying to give it to you straight raw. When they come knocking on your door, if they ever knock on your door, you better have your damn camera there because Twin told you to put it there because they some sneaky ass people. That's why the world got them wearing cameras, and that's why you need to have cameras. Now, if the people have made the police put on cameras, what does that mean that y'all need to be doing at your damn houses? Damn what you heard. Damn what you heard. You better start getting some shit that you can see. My eyes is what this show's about. What I seen compared to what I heard. We hear too much hearing out here on this internet shit, and you ain't seen enough seeing nothing. There ain't enough of us saying what I'm saying, and y'all see me saying it. I ain't condoning shit. 20 years from now, damn it, one of y'all need to be sitting right here in this very same spot saying the same damn thing. Damn it. It's over for me. I done mine. And if I choose to do it again, guess what? The Fox front is on. Bring it. Guarantee you I'm not running back out there based on some shit I heard. Believe that. They be coming back out there to show y'all what I seen. And what y'all gonna see. But I don't want you to hear about me. I need y'all to see me. You understand where I'm coming from?
Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
You ain't got the, for you guys here, you'll never know. This is not meant for the internet. If you bump out there one day and you're all, oh shit, don't tell nobody. You understand what I'm saying? You got the story to say you've seen it with your own eyes. Don't give somebody your story so they can run around and talk about what they heard. Because I don't need to be hearing any stories about me about somebody else hearing a story about me. I need the people who've seen me stand up. And that's what you guys need. Don't be a story that's been heard. Be a story that's been saw. Stop listening to the listening and start seeing for yourself. Start getting your experience based on what you done. What I heard and then what I done. That's what I need to see a lot more of. Don't get educated trying to be a dog man and then take this very same knowledge and do nothing with it but sit there and talk to us like you know what the fuck you're talking about. You ain't done it, then you ain't seen it, then you sound like that dumbass doctor that walked in my room and said, I'm sorry, Mr. Bayless, but you know, I'm a doctor, but I've never done it. But I heard about it. Well, I'm here to take care of you. Based on some shit he heard. Come on now.
Stop it. Stop it.
That's the kind of life y'all living out here in this game, guys. Let's talk more about what we see. Stop listening to all this shit we hearing. It ain't getting y'all nowhere. It hasn't gotten y'all nowhere. Y'all see me every Tuesday and Friday telling you everything that I've done based on the truth. Based on the truth. What the hell do I got to lose to lie? I ain't doing shit. Y'all sit right there and y'all looking at me dead in my damn face. So anything that you hearing me say, you also seeing me say it. So I sat there and watched Twin say it out of his own damn mouth. Damn what I did. Twin wouldn't denounce dog fighting. You might even catch that in the newspaper one day. After all that, he still wouldn't denounce it. And then you know what to tell him when it comes to that explaining part, right? We watch UFC and we make UFC rich. Okay? We make UFC rich. They got endorsements now. They got more money coming in their pocket than any wrestler from the WWE and the WWF. And they fake. They fake. You know why MMA is coming up? Because MMA ain't fake. We see blood. Humans like to see the shit, but they damn them people over there. Damn them people over there with that little doggy over there. That was built to do what it do. Based on what y'all been hearing. That's why it is the way it is to this day. Too much hearing and not enough seeing for yourself. How you gonna stand up for something if you're taking everything based on what you're hearing so lightly? Like dogs are still getting off the chain. While they're going on these yards, and these yards is looking so fucking tacky that they just look for shit now when they come to your yard. You can have the cleanest yard, and they still stand there seeing a clean yard and still scratching their head wondering why they can't take your dogs. Like you don't have a right to cuss their ass off and tell them to get the fuck off your yard. It's that bad because you don't know. Only what you didn't hear. I'm telling you coming out of my mouth. You see me saying it. You just didn't hear it. You heard and saw me say it. If y'all can't step up there and defend your yard when that day come, if it come, because I don't hear nobody talking about that shit out here. Not a podcast out here. Wake up. There's some cameras out there in your yard because the attack is on. They're sitting out here, I'm sitting here listening to them. This is the purpose, telling them. Caravans coming through small towns. Where did this shit come from? Why is the police talking about caravans coming through small towns? Unusual traffic coming through small cities. Unusual gathering of whites and blacks. They up to something. Is what they're saying. Better not catch a Kennel sitting on an open barrel truck. A Kennel riding around in that pile of people. That's a whole lot of people going to a hunting. This is what they're saying, y'all. While y'all sitting back there feeding your dogs every day thinking, you're just a guy with pit bulls. No. No. You are the worst profile person out there. If you got pit bulls and you got more than 5 on your yard, you are considered a dog fighter until you're proven not. And you ain't got done a damn thing on your damn yard. And it's based on, again, what they hear. Nothing they seeing. When they come deal with you, it ain't based on what they seeing, bruh. It's based on what they heard about every guy out here that's got a bulldog. You are considered what they think you are until seen and proven different. And they feel like they have a right to feel that way and take over your yard because the courts and everybody else is in their favor because you aren't protecting yourself based on some shit you heard because you still ain't got a camera out there in your yard. One of the main things I keep telling y'all to do. You put a camera on your ass, that's what's going to also make you a lot more careful. It'd be good to watch the people walk up on your yard one day and sit there and say your change is too small, or your dog didn't have water, or we did a welfare check and we just took the dogs, and then to turn to find out that you got a camera from your security system showing that you had just fed your dogs and left an hour or two before they came out there and claimed all this shit, and they got you on video doing all the things they said that they found wrong. These are the things that you guys got to stop. This internet bullshit, I call it internet branding. You're branding your damn kennels on the internet and ain't branding them the way they need to be. Branded at. You don't take care of your warriors without them cameras because you have no defense. How you gonna sit there and tell me that the next door neighbor knock on your door? Hey, them dog people came over there and they was all up over on my fence looking at your dogs. And you can't run in the house and go pull up your rewind and see that damn dog because you're breaking the law, crawling up on somebody's gate just to look over there into your yard? Knowing that they are committing a crime when they do that, do you know that? They can't go knocking on the neighbor's door. They can't go climbing up on a fence. They can't go get no stool and look over into your yard. And if you catch their ass doing that, everything that they want to put down on paper, claiming what they saw, is out of there. And now without a camera guarding your yard, you lost. Because you have no proof to prove that these people are lying like they always lie about everything that they do. When you can't prove they're not telling the truth. They're going to make you a liar. They're going to make you a dangerous person. You know what I'm saying? Animal cruelty. Because you got 5 or 10 dogs. You're a suspect. You got them pits. Why you got all them pits? Why you got so many dogs? What is he doing with them dogs? And the whole time you feeding your shit every day, raking up the shit, checking your shit, ain't had an incident or nothing. But it's the fact you got so many of them damn dogs. Somebody gonna tell. And then somebody gonna come looking. Damn with what you heard. Better act like what you see. There's a whole lot of that shit around here for y'all to see what's going on. And still all y'all still ain't got cameras in your yards. Y'all some damn fools. Cameras are the most important thing you can have to protect yourself and these people when it comes to you and your dog. Because the camera's gonna keep your ass right. Gonna keep you right. Everybody wanna hit some muscle up?
Muscles?
Muscles, y'all like my show tonight? Y'all like what I'm saying? Let's start flinging that shit out, Mike. Kick me a beat, man, because it's about coming to an end here, fellas. I didn't get to everybody. Frank Rizzo, what's up, baby? I just caught you there, man. Good to see you, Frank Rizzo. Frederick Harris, good to see you too, bro. A little late, but I see you, baby. Forgive me. Mongolia Kennels, I see you. Thank you for coming, bro. As usual, as always. Thank you. Gallery Kennels, what's up, baby? Mike Lee, I see you in there, bro. Mike Lee, I went through, hey, look, I have to say this. Mike Lee say, I went through it and came out on top. Now, Mike Lee, you might have came out on top, but you only few of the fortunate. Because one thing they did to you, Mike Lee, and they still broke the law. You had every right to put them out your yard. That's why the highway patrol didn't never step foot in your yard. Yeah, you came out on top, but it wasn't because of you. Because you did good work on your yard. You was there. You would have seen a totally different story without those cameras if you hadn't have been home. And they would have made it upon themselves to do what they wanted to do. Because ain't nothing can stop a damn crooked-ass cop or crooked-ass animal control person to say anything was wrong with your yard. You just so happened to be there. And when you did get there, you seen everybody else that had business there in your yard, and the ones that didn't outside the yard. There's a difference here. Animal control, they knew you didn't know enough about your yard because you couldn't kick them out of their yard. Was you afraid to? See, no, so you didn't really come out on top. You came out on top because you still had dogs, but one thing for damn sure, they broke the law dead in your face and you had no idea how to handle that. You just went along with it. And that's the part that I don't stand up for. Yeah, you didn't come out on top. You came out all right. You come out on top of it when you're able to stand there and tell them to get the fuck off your yard. No, you can't look at my dogs. You're down with the lady 2 miles down the road said. No, you can't come on my yard. You on my yard, get the hell off or you ain't got a search warrant. No, you cannot look at my dog. When you got a camera standing there looking at you saying that, they will get the hell off your yard. So don't fool yourself. You came out lucky. You didn't come out on top because you don't know the law. You didn't have no cameras. You just came out lucky, young man. All right? Not on top. You was never on top because you never put them off your yard. That's when you be on top. When you know you have a right to kick them off your yard, is when you start being on top. Don't get it twisted. I'm a dog, man. I used to be standing right there in their face. Oh, we just want to do a welfare check. Now. Only welfare check you're going to get out of this, they all right. Oh, we just want to come and see. You know what it needs to get there. You know what it's going to take to get there. Yes, I aggravated them so damn much. Sure did. And the main thing that hurt me the most was the fact that the video camera was on. was on. They wasn't counting on that videotape to ever show up. And guess what? They made sure that that video never showed up through that whole case of damn near 3 years. Down to 5 different lawyers, and they still got that video. Never let that video hit a jury's eyeballs. Prosecutor, the judge, and the defense attorney never let that video, never once did they let my video hit the screen. They made it a point to make sure that video disappeared. And because the one thing that I made a mistake at, that I changed after that day, from this day forth, ain't no more 72 hours rewind and overwrite. I need 30 damn days. My security system can't record up to 30 days. I don't want it. At the time they hit my yard, it was 72 hours I had a overwrite. It came the first time, the man was all up in my house. Got him all on camera. 72 hours later, he came with a search warrant. A search warrant. The only thing I had on video was them raiding my house. When I go back 72 hours later, guess what I have? I ain't got me out there feeding the dog that morning. I got my yard on the screen, but they not me on the yard. So everything that he did that day when he went all up in my house, all in between that was on camera, got overwritten. So by the time they came back them 72 hours later, it was gone. I could not prove that the man was in my house, and the damn dog catching lady who was with him was telling the court the man was in my house. I don't know why he went in the house, but they asked him. They asked her. I don't know why he went in the house. The man was all in my house touching shit out there where my steroids and all that shit was back there in this room. I kept all the puppies with my medicine stuff. The man was all in there while I'm in the backyard doing a welfare check. They got his ass all up in my house looking around. The only stupid thing that they did that was really twisted was they tried to say I was dogs on short trains. Dogs didn't have no water. Dogs didn't have no food. And this is what they used to go get the search warrant, guys. Then after they executed the search warrant, they used that right there and they tried to tell them that, hey, this is what the conditions of the dogs was when we came that day. But see, once the video popped up, all that conversation changed. It changed. Why? Why didn't they release that video to the damn news people? Why did all they could do was get quiet and say nothing else about the dogs and no food and short chains and no water and all that? Why you think all that didn't show up in my file when y'all go on Google and read my case? Has nothing in there about animal cruelty. Dogs on short chains. Dogs looking skinny. Dogs all scarred up. Dog this, dog. Didn't have a damn word. But when I first got arrested, the shit was all in the paper. All because of one video. A video that they made damn sure America could not see. They did not want America to see me out there raking up my yard. They did not want to see America sitting up there feeding my dogs. They did not want to see America sitting up there giving me my dogs water. They did not want to see America see me go back out there after feeding and watering them dogs and raking up extra shit after they got done eating. They did not want to show America how this man took care of his dog. It didn't fit the narrative of this dog fighter. This cruel guy who fought his dogs. They had to come up with another approach without using that animal cruelty shit. You notice every time they hit somebody's yard, they make damn sure that y'all see the little bug-eyed dog with all the matting in his face or the scarred-up dog with all the scars on his nose. They make damn sure that they make sure that their narrative make you a shitty, messed up person with pit bulls. Something more important than having that dog on the chain is to kill yourself and that dog with the proof that you take care of your yard. As long as you know you got a camera running, you better take care of your yard. Because that's the only thing that's going to save you. The only thing that's going to save you when they want to pull and be dirty. Because they can pull and dirty shit like they do stops all the time. They got all the different reasons why they can stop us and go up in our shit and search it. We still, as people haven't figured that out, unless we got our cell phone on us and start hitting record right off the bat and making damn sure his body camera on. The only time you probably gonna get to see some real policing where they wanna act like they behave. When you got cameras pointed. So I take my dash cam and turn it right towards the window he's standing in. If he can't see, you gonna sure hear his ass. You're gonna hear me ask if his body camera on too. And then we're gonna talk about why you stopped me. Everything these days, fellas, is all on camera. So if you're doing wrong, you better know how to use the delete button. If there ain't nothing you doing wrong, you ain't got nothing to worry about, then leave it on there and let's make sure that that's what this shit's you're gonna be able to use to save you. By any means necessary means by all means necessary when it comes to me getting shit done right. So use your eyes and not what you heard, fellas. Use your own eyes and not what you heard. You hear me telling you to get cameras. But you got other people telling you you don't need cameras. Cameras gonna get you in trouble. Oh, where did he hear that shit from? He didn't hear it from me. How did he know he don't got cameras? Because he heard somebody tell him. Damn for sure he ain't got no cameras either. So, y'all decision to what you do with your yard. Just make sure it's the right decision. And let it be based on something that you heard and that you went and seen for yourself. You got the experience to see for yourself. Did it work for you or didn't it? At least make the effort. Not try to come back and tell me between I heard. I don't got it because I heard. Some of y'all are playing this game today, and these games are dogs. So protect yourself. Feel free to do whatever you need to do, man, to protect yourself. Now bust down. Oh, like he's calling Martians then. E.T. 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 Good show tonight, fellas.
Roses! Roses! Horrible! Muscles! Muscles!
And Popcorn, you are so right. They killed all my dogs by the time that film came out. And they sure did, but guess what, bro? The fact that they knew that camera was out there and I had that video, and you best believe, I'm sure that the judge, the prosecutor, and the lawyer saw that video. Because then nobody do nothing about no animal cruelty or nothing like they did my wife. Used it all up in her trial, something that was not even true. So you're right, bro. You're right. I would rather take my chances with a camera than take one without them. As always.
Roses!
I see them roses. I see them all day, baby.
Muscles!
That's right, fellas. Show the love. Show the love. Thank you, Frederick.
Thumbs up!
Thank you, Gullery. Thank you, Dreadlock. Thank you, Mike Lee. Thank you, Popcorn.
Keep it real!
What's up, Snipe Snipe? As we come to another Tuesday of talking shit, we went back that old beat back. Cause old Dre got some work he's doing out there with the new track. We're gonna be coming up with some new beats for y'all. I'm still looking for them people. I'm trying to come to y'all town. Who got some dogs they want to show me? Who got a champion out there that I can come visit and take me some pictures of? The book is a record The book of records is becoming a book of historical records. I ain't seen my first champion yet, but I got one. I got some out there who's got a future. So all y'all who ain't caught the bus, don't miss it. This is not a bus for the internet. So if you're standing on the internet waiting for this bus to come by and pick your ass up, you're gonna miss that bus. Because we don't stop at no internet stations, all right? We have no internet stations to stop at. The historical book of records is up and live and running, and you will see the very first champion that history, the historical book of records will show you. Remember, anything that happened yesterday, I don't know when it happened. I don't care when it happened, because I don't want to know. Matter of fact, and that's all we run on, is a matter of fact. Everything's a fictional and for a dog man raising his pit bull. So as we go on that note right there, let me back y'all asses up today. I'm backing y'all into the corner. Yeah, I'm the one doing the handling today. I'm handling y'all. That's right. Everybody all in favor of me putting that handle on you, baby? Show me your money good, my money good on y'all. I need to see that my money is good on y'all. Cause I'm scratching y'all today. I wanna see who gonna come out, who gonna hesitate before they move, and who gonna quit. So today is for all my scratchers. For all the people that sat back and listening to what I'm saying, who's gaining the knowledge to understand it's going to be your turn. Knowing that all this time, y'all money been good on me. Now I'm going to put my money on y'all. Invite me to your town. I'm coming with some pretty girls, some food, some music, and I'm looking for some dog men to enjoy my days with. So we gonna find out who all interested. Huh? Let's find out. Let's find out, because we wanna party. In the meanwhile, I got y'all backed up between my legs. This is all we gotta do now is go get that money, baby. This is not a courtesy scratch.
I slide into that motherfucker like
my boys in this chat room, we don't do courtesies.
Get them, boy.
We don't do courtesies. There's the bag is over there. We gotta go get that bag. The scratch from y'all go get that bag, baby. Tell me you been listening. Tell me you feel me. Tell me when I cut you loose, my money good.
Yeah, that money good. Until then, how we do this?
We always scratch to win. Our people. Little man. All that scratching over there. Don't see nothing but bulldog over there, baby. We love you, fellas. Thank you for coming out tonight. For all you listeners, you new listeners, hit the subscribe button for me.
Hit them like buttons.
Hit them like buttons. For all those who believe in what's going on the back street, continue sending your donations because they are being appreciated and they are standing there looking for your help and continued support.
Friday.
See you Friday, fellas. Peace. Where that be at? I got to throw me a little. Break down, okay. Yeah, okay. Fat girl. Yeah, all that big booty. Yeah, baby. Peace, fellas, here in the parking lot. Love y'all. Hey, thank you there, Pitbull. Thank you there, Pitbull. Love you too, baby. Yeah, the real dog is hanging out in this space. And whose space is it? All our space. We want all the space. I might have to get me the girls today up in here, y'all. We might have to do a show with nothing but our women. So they can talk about all us dog men. We need to bring your wives. We're gonna bring our wives. And we're gonna get on this show and let them talk about us. That sound like a good show? Y'all tell me. See you Friday. Oh, yeah.